What's up, guys? Welcome to Daily Dose of Reddit. This is your host, Zach, and today's subreddit is r/FatPeopleStories. This story's called Stop Touching the Cheetos! So in my town, I can't go for a peaceful walk as the ballpark I used to walk at is closed. I can't even go for a walk on the beach or at the flower gardens. The mega gym, Modelo Warehouse, is open though, and another place. Get to that in a minute. So I was visiting the Modelo factory. Starts with a W, known for Scooty Puffs. What? Amazingly, I saw no Scooty Puffs. None. However, I saw something worse. I'm gonna call them Cheeto Boy and Shobilame. I don't know. Chobalime? Cheeto Boy. Male, but not really sure, cause peniculus way too large to dessert. Oh my god. I mean, there was some scraggly facial hair all around, and male pattern baldness, and a somewhat baritone voice, but with that screechy quality to it. Just imagine Carl from Aqua Teen Hunger Force dressed in really bad quality, food-stained, not really sure what those stains were, drag. Shobilame, Shobilame. Picture if one of the chain-smoking aunts off of The Simpsons and an Oompa Loompa had a baby, and the baby had hormonal problems, bad teeth, and dandruff, or it might have been a lice infestation. I swear, her scalp moved around on its own. Me, normal, but I have to work hard to stay that way. I used to be fat, currently about 145, and irritable as hell because I have gained 6 pounds. My gym did the responsible Brovid-19 thing and closed. My only things I needed? Yes, I wanted just one bottle of my aloe gel I use nearly daily as part of my face regimen. Of course, I couldn't have that. Everybody is hoarding it. I also needed milk. Got it. Sausage for red beans and rice? Got it. As a former fatty, yes, I still have my comfort foods. One of them is, yes, Cheetos. Jalapeno Cheetos are the best. Word up, brother. And, instead of ice cream, I decided I need some of those Chobani key lime flips to give you an idea how I feel about my food. Chobani. Oh, okay. Yes, I still have some foods that I hoard like a little fat girl. Those are addictive and are always in my fridge. I do not share them with others. Only certain people are allowed to have one, and even they have to ask. So I was trying to get my aloe and saw Chobalime with her fat hands putting a box containing the last 8 bottles in her buggy. She was taking the whole box. I asked her if I could have just one. She fixed her beady eyes on me. Okay, she had normal eyes, but the fat was hiding them, and groaned.
I need these to protect.
Yes, that's what she said.
My skins. I'm gonna make me some hand sanitizer.
Bimbo, that's gonna make 3 gallons. How many skins you got? Maybe if you didn't have so much skins, you wouldn't need so much. Note, I did not tell her this. I was afraid she would run over me like a bowling ball. Plus, Mama taught me to be polite. I just kept thinking, at least she's gonna have clean hands. At least she's not trying to spread germs. Thought that too soon. Get to that later. On to get my milk, as I didn't really want to be too close to her with that moving scalp issue. Got my milk and sausage. Now off to get my Cheetos. Nope. Cheeto Boy was grabbing all the chips and snacks with his or her, still not sure, fat little hairy hands. Let's just say there. I went to get 1 bag, and Cheeto Boy snatched it from me. What they said next and what happened next, I'm still so confused. Cheeto Boy spoke while snatching my food. Pretty brave, Cheeto Boy. Pretty brave.
Oh no, Missy, them's mine. Sides, little girl, you don't need these.
While shaking the bag, an arm flab as well at me.
Not if you want to stay skinny. Eating these is what got me fat. I can't go letting you get fat like me. I don't date fat women.
Am I in the Twilight Zone? Cheeto Boy somehow had some outrageous self-confidence. Reminded me of Cousin Eddie on vacation at that point, only really fat. I just acted like I didn't hear him. Luckily, I spotted the last bag bag inadvertently stocked behind some regular ones. Yay! Got my Cheetos! And luckily, Cheeto Boy did not touch them. Okay, so now on to get my yogurt. As I rounded the corner, what did I see? Why, it was none other than... yeah, Cheeto Boy and Shobalime together. In the yogurt aisle. No! They were slogging slowly toward my precious flips. I got there first and grabbed the only 4 packs right in front of Shobalime.
Hey!
Ignore.
Hey!
Ignore.
Hey! You can't do that! That's hoarding, whore!
What did she just call me? Oh, hell no! Not today! Not today at all! So I turned around and told her, oh, really? No, I needs this for my skin! I'm gonna take a bath in it! No, not really gonna bathe in it. Sure. Shobalime then proceeded to tell me it was her favorite. Could she please have just one 4-pack? I walked over to her buggy, took 2 of her aloe vera she had thankfully not touched out of the box, you'll see why, and put a 4-pack in her buggy. Fair enough.
Fair enough.
Cheeto Boy then started whispering to Shobalime. Guess he does date fat women after all. I couldn't quite hear except for Shobalime telling him that I was too bossy. Okay, aside from their appearance, here's why I'm thankful they did not touch what I bought. The other place that was open, much to my chagrin, I saw the 2 of them going shopping there. Last night while out for a drive, I was meandering around and saw an open store. I saw the 2 of them on the sidewalk about to go in. Nobody could miss the large redneck clowns. Okay, technically that store can stay open, I guess. Maybe our governor considers fruit roll-ups, in the form of edible panties, and chocolate dip to be viable emergency food. Pretty sure they take SNAP benefits as well. The sign outside of the sex store, adult theaters, in bold lettering advertising threesome wanted made me realize what they were whispering about last week in the yogurt aisle. I'm not only confused, my skin is crawling. With anticipation, I'm assuming? I'm kidding. No, no, thank you. Alright, this story's called This Happens When You Lie About Your Weight to Emergency Services. Recent post jogged my memory, and I have just the perfect story. It happened a long time ago, and I guess it just got buried in my mind. I think it fits. If it's not relevant, I'm sorry. Again, I am not a native English writer, so I'm using the paramedic term to make it clear for everyone what service my association offers. Our teams are usually composed by 3 trained paramedic volunteers and either 1 doctor or 1 nurse. Also, our ambulances are smaller than the US ones, and we are not equipped with true bariatric equipment. Our stretchers can take either 220 kilograms or 250 kilograms, 480 to 530 pounds, depending on the manufacturer. For heavier patients, we have a protocol that involves the fire department, which guarantees a safe and fast removal of the person while being as little trouble as possible to the public and everyone involved. People know, and 95% of the time, are very open about the weight of the person in need, but not this time. It was a nice spring morning when dispatch sends us out fairly close by, in the old area of town, for a moderate priority code domestic incident. Old lady fell from a chair and probably broke something. She is declared she is 120 kilograms or 260 pounds. But between the 4 of us, we can handle it fairly easily. We get to the house and immediately notice it's an old 2-story house of the kind that has a very narrow and steep staircase leading to the top floor, usually without railings. So yeah, we already know it's going to be fun. A neighbor lets us in, announcing that
I've called my sons. They'll be here to help in a few minutes.
Doctor thinks it's weird, but okay, we love help. We get upstairs. The stairs are as horrible as we anticipated. And this is the scene. 60-ish-year-old lady on the floor screaming bloody murder and nursing her knee, sitting in front of a chair. Daughter yelling at her mother that she is an irresponsible bimbo. At first, we thought the bad guy was the daughter, so the doctor kindly asks her to move aside and be quiet while he assessed the mother. Now, the mother looks heavier than 120 kilograms, but I guess she'd still be in range for our equipment. Doctor talks to the wailing mother. She's in pain, yeah, but she's taking it to the next level, yelling to help her quickly, she's gonna die, etc., etc. Still, we're in normal territory, nothing to write home about. A string sum up of the conversation that follows.
I got up from my chair to get some breakfast and I slipped. Oh, doctor, it hurts so bad. I'm gonna die. And this ungrateful daughter is doing nothing to help me get up. The floor is hard. My butt hurts, etc., etc.
The doctor checks her, determines it is likely that the knee is broken, orders me to put her leg in a vacuum splint to protect the knee during transport. Splint barely holds on to her, and we find it hard to maneuver her leg. She is also being a dead weight and being not cooperative. She's starting to show some malignant attitude. Doctor smells trouble, takes daughter aside. Excuse me, ma'am. Could you tell me what happened? Daughter whispers.
Mom was discharged from a hospital a few days ago. She had to go back because she keeps eating solid foods and messing up with her gastric band. She was also told not to stand or walk without her walker because she's too heavy and her bones can't take it. Earlier, she insisted she wanted cookies, walked from her bed to the kitchen, and just fell like a rag doll. I think she broke something.
Ma'am, may I ask how much your mother weighs? Daughter produces hospital papers. Mom is 5'2" and a solid 310 kilograms, 683 pounds. The fit adult sons of the neighbor and their father make their appearance from the staircase, and hell breaks loose. Mother starts yelling that she doesn't need them and that it is our job to get her to the hospital. She is not fat. Doctors are saying she's fat to torture her with diets and exercise. From daughters and neighbors' faces, this seems normal. Mother is adamant she does not want the fire department called because it will make a scene. All while she's screaming at the top of her lungs and extra people are gathering outside to check what's going on. The doctor cuts her a deal that he will not call the fire department, but she has to stay quiet and follow our orders. She initially agrees, but as soon as she sees my colleague show up with a spinal board, yells for another 20 minutes that we must put her on our chair and bring her down on it. Cause she's not fat and we're at fault because we should be able to carry her. In the meanwhile, 2 more ambulances arrive, of which one is equipped with the 250 kilogram limit stretcher. At this point, we have a total of 1 female, myself, and 9 male colleagues getting ready to move her. 4 more male neighbors are standing by, ready to offer their muscles. In front of the house, we have a display of 3 ambulances crammed up blocking the small road and an army of buff men. It was glorious. Doctor convinces her that spinal board is the best, so we managed to fit her on the board. Now she's whining cause the board is hard and she still hasn't had her damn breakfast and the straps are too tight. Lady, be glad they found something that fit you. Doctor is talking with headquarters about how to get her down the stairs. I jokingly suggest we attach some more safety straps to the board and slide her down the stairs. Mother somehow hears me and gets even more agitated because she isn't cattle. HQ tells us to slide her and how to do it safely. We slide the screaming planet down the stairs. 3 men on the bottom, 3 men maneuvering the cords from the top of the stairs, me and the neighbors holding on to those men's waists to pull them backwards if anything goes wrong. By the time the spinal cord touches down and is slid to the sidewalk, the whole neighborhood has flooded the street and is watching the free circus. Mother is still not exhausting and is vomiting her anger on the daughter. Daughter reminds us that she had to be honest about her weight and let the fire department handle it. Mother replies basically with a, "No, you!" Daughter sweetly thanks us, asks what hospital we're going to, and goes to get her car, unscarred by her mom's supreme "no you" technique. At this point, we can't unfold the stretcher's legs because they would just give out. I'm told to stand aside. 10 men all gather around the spinal board and transfer the now sobbing planet to the stretcher. Then 2 more men join in, and they load the folded stretcher on the ambulance by sheer muscle power. Dr. grins. He had the lady loaded on another ambulance. The other team has the pleasure to take her to the hospital, while we are invited to go have a quick snack at the neighborhood's patisserie. I don't freaking. Police wasn't happy about this, and in the end, I think mom got fined or something. But who cares? The cake was awesome. Oh my god. That is just a ridiculous scenario to have been. You get what I'm saying. It's just the fact that they. Just imagining so many people gathering around to help because they know this woman is too large to be carried out by a team of 4. Wow. This story's called I'm Too Embarrassed to Introduce My New Girlfriend to My Ham Planet Son. A little about me and my situation. I, 52 male, had been struggling with morbid obesity for the majority of my adult life, my highest being 330 pounds about 4 years ago. But since then, I have lost and successfully kept off 175 pounds. I'm currently in the best shape of my life. I feel 25 again, and I'm excited to say that I've recently found someone special. A few months ago, I met a woman, we'll call her Laura, at my gym. Our relationship sorta began as just a casual gym friendship, but as of late, our friendship has really taken off, and we're finally in the dating stage. And let me tell you, she's perfect. In her late 30s, perfect body, and she has no kids. Laura is honestly the first woman I've been with since my late wife, and I'm just so excited to just be with someone again. But here's the thing. With things getting more serious, she wants to come over and see where I live. And that's where my ultimate problem lies. My 21-year-old and 750 pound son lives with me. I wrote a post about him here a few months back, but I'm not sure if y'all remember it. I deleted it anyway. To make a long story short about him, he has struggled with obesity his entire life, but over the past 3 years has just gained an absurd amount of weight, 350 pounds. He has no social life, no romantic life, he is unemployed and has no motivation to change, and even shames me for getting in shape. I've tried to change him, but nothing works. I know some of you suggested I just kick him out, but I'll just be honest, I just can't do it. Because of all that, I have not told Laura I even have kids. I feel like Dale's father from Step Brothers, too embarrassed to even mention my son to my new spouse. I'm scared to death to introduce them. I don't know how Laura will react to knowing I have a 700-pound son. She and I are so into fitness, I'm not sure how she'd even view me. I also don't know how my son will react. For all I know, he'll just be disrespectful to Laura and I. I'm sort of just venting, but if anyone has some insight, please tell me what you think. Well, here's the thing, man. You're gonna have a son regardless of what you do, and if you intend to take this relationship any further, you do need to let her know that you do have a son, because that's a big thing to keep hidden. No pun intended. Actually, I'm gonna be honest, that was intended. Shoot. But yes, that's a huge thing to keep hidden. So sooner the better. If she can't understand that that's your kid and that like he's an adult that makes his own choices and that there's not much you can do in that department other than, make sure you try your best to steer him in the right direction, is that really someone you want to pursue a relationship with? So yes, as Abraham Lincoln once said, 7 years ago. You thought I was gonna say honesty is the best policy. Yeah, that's the relevant thing he said. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell to never miss an episode.